How are you guys?
Good evening.
No worries. Sorry, my volume was up too high. Let's see here. Okay. So let's give, I know it's 6:06 already, but let's give them a few more minutes. You know, sometimes they come in a little late. All right, so a couple of more minutes and see who else shows up. And we'll start class. All right. Thank you guys.
Good evening, teacher.
Hello, hello. Araceli. Oh, hello, everyone. Good evening to everybody. So we'll start in a couple of minutes. Let's see who else shows up, maybe. Okay. I'll be right back. Oh, good afternoon. I mean, good evening. Sorry. Just started good evening at 6. All right. All right. So welcome everybody. Let's we got a full house tonight. So or this evening, I should say. So, all right, so give me a minute, please. I will be right back. Thank you. Okay, so welcome everybody again. Good evening. We got a full house tonight. So just a reminder, everybody's starting out the ones that are starting this week. Make sure you guys don't fall back on your units. Tomorrow we're gonna have a written work class. So there you can work on your exercises on your units on unit 23. I know you guys just came yesterday, but we did a couple of days of we're still in passive voice, and I think passive voice is pretty understandable and pretty simple. You know, the difference between active and passive. What do we always have to keep in mind? Active does the action, passive receives the action. Who? The subject, right? I run every morning at 6 a.m. I'm doing the action, that's active voice. At 6 a.m., how do we say it in passive voice? I run at 6. I run every morning. It was that every morning thing, right? Sorry, my mic was off. Sorry. All right, so like we were saying, in the active voice, the subject does the action, and the passive, it receives the action. All right. I play the piano. The piano is played by me, right? We have to use the whichever tense we want to speak with, but the verb has to be with the past participle form, right? Ed in regular verbs. Irregular verbs are a little tricky, we said, right? Just have to get used to using them, and we all know the past participle form, okay? So we've been seeing, we saw future tense with the passive voice this last couple of days, right? The future simple and the future going to be. Today, we're gonna go ahead and directly go to modals. We're gonna go see the modality, right? Verbs. They're like a subcategory of auxiliary verbs, right? Helping verbs. And we're gonna just take a look at a little chart so we can remember which ones are the modals in English, the most common ones, right? And then we'll see. We'll just take a look at that, and then we'll see directly how do we form the passive voice with these modal verbs. Okay. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to share screen, and we're going to do exercise just to review a quick review of future passive voice. All right. Okay, so here we are. So it says rewrite the sentence in passive voice. We are talking about future tense. Okay. So number one, it says Jane will buy a new computer. A new computer will be bought by Jane, right? So let's see, Natalia, can you just read the example? How I just read it? Just read it, please.
Okay, teacher. Her boyfriend will install it. It will be installed by her boyfriend.
Okay, good. So that's number two, right? Her boyfriend will install it. It will be installed. Past participle of install, right? It will be installed by her boyfriend. All right, good. Number three, let's go with Rodrigo. Do number three, please.
Teacher, ¿me escucha?
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's number three. Millions of people will visit the museum, and the museum will be visited by millions of people.
Very good. The museum will be visited, right? The museum will be visited by millions of people. All right, so I know you guys are tired of the passive voice, probably having nightmares with the passive voice in the different tenses, but it's pretty easy, right? And I think we've spent so many days with it that even the ones that started yesterday pretty much have it clear how to turn active voice to passive voice in whatever tense we want to use, just making sure the verb is in the past participle form, right? So the museum will be visited by millions of people. All right, so we're gonna probably get it wrong because we're using all capital letters, we're not using punctuation, right? But I mean, we're doing the right use of it, you know, but you guys don't get used to writing like that, you know, use punctuation marks, everything's important. Okay, so let's see, let's go with Santiago. Can you do number 4, please?
Okay, the contract.
Read the active voice first. You guys want to always go directly to the passive. You guys have to read the active voice so you can get used to listen.
Teacher sería our boss.
Go ahead, sorry.
Our boss will sing the contract. With teacher ahora sería the contract.
Exactly. The contract, what?
Will be.
Good. Will be. ¿Y cómo es el past participle de sign? Signed, right? Con ed al final, ¿sí?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, so the contract will be signed
by our boss.
By our boss. Very good. So our boss will sign the contract. Active voice. Why? Because our boss is the subject, is doing the action. He will sign the contract. The contract will be signed by our boss. Passive voice. Why? Because the contract becomes the subject and it will receive the action by our boss. He's going to sign it. See, so that's what the difference is. We're saying the same thing always with active, passive voice. It's just a passive voice, the subject. It interchanges, right? It changes up. All right, so anyway, let's see, Fulvia. Hello, Fulvia, how are you? Can you do number 5, please?
Hello, teacher. Okay. 5. You will not do it. It will not done by you.
It will not be.
Will, exactly.
Right? It will not be done
by you.
Okay, very good. Number 6. Let's go with Alvaro. Alvaro, do number 6, please.
Okay. They will not show the news film. The new film. The new film
El
will
future tense.
not.
Exactly.
¿Qué?
Está bien, está bien. Will not.
Showed.
Will not be.
Will not be shown
Okay.
by day.
Está bien, no, está bien. The new film will not be shown by them, sería, right?
Yes.
All right, good. But that's a good way. Okay, then it's the correct way to use the will not. It's the will. We're talking about the future simple with the will or going to be, right? So will not be shown by them. All right, number 7, let's go with Andres. Do number 7, please.
So won't be seen by us.
Read the active voice first.
He won't see Sue,
Okay.
and Sue won't be seen by he.
He won't see Sue. Sorry. Sue won't be. Won't be, ¿cómo era el verbo?
Seen.
Seen, right? All right, good. Won't be seen by him. All right, number 8. Good job, Andres. Number 8, let's go with Rodrigo.
Okay, number 8, they will not ask him,
Good.
and he will not be.
¿Cómo sería el pasado?
Asked. Asked.
Okay, good. That's one regular verb, right? Just adding.
Yes,
He will not be asked
by them.
by them. Okay, good.
Them.
Good job, Rodrigo. Very good. Let's see. Let's go with Jorge. Jorge, do number 9, please.
Okay, mister. Will a company employ a new worker? And will a new worker be employed by the company?
Okay, good. Will a new worker be employed? Very good. Oops, sorry. By the company, right? Okay, good. Will a new worker be employed by the company? And it's a question mark, right? So it's the form of the question, but in the passive. Active voice, will the company employ a new worker? Company being the subject doing the action, employing a new worker. And then in the passive voice, the new worker becomes the subject and it receives the action by the company who's going to employ him. Correct? So that's how you guys have to think and see every sentence that we do. Active voice. If you read and you say, will the company employ a new worker? Okay, that's in your head. You have to be like, okay, that's active voice because the company is the subject and is doing the action. They're employing the new worker. Or we're asking if, are they going to employ a new worker? So that's active voice. And it's passive voice. The next one, a new worker becomes the subject, receives the action, right? And we're asking if a new worker is going to be employed by the company. The company is going to be doing the action of employing a new worker, you know? So that's how you have to see every sentence that we do with every tense. That way it'll stick to your head and you'll be just fine. I know you guys are fine with the use, but try to work that analyze the sentences, you know. critical thinking. All right, so anyway, number 10, let's go with Ludwig. Do number 10, please.
Okay, teacher. Will the plumber repair the shower? Will the shower be repaired by the plumber?
Good, very good. Will the shower be repaired by the plumber? By the plumber. Oops, plumber, sorry. 3 M's. All right, so question mark, right? So will the shower be repaired by the plumber, right? Will the plumber repair the shower? Active voice. The plumber is the subject, is doing the action. Will the shower be prepared by the plumber? The shower becomes the subject, is going to receive the action, right? All right, so I know you guys are tired of just listening to the same thing, but that's the way to do it. Now I want to see this one. Let's check out our, let's show all the check answers. Let's see. Obviously, we're gonna get them wrong because we're, like I said, capital letters, no punctuation, right? But let's see what they tell us. So don't pay attention to everything wrong. We did it right, just it's not written in small case. All right, so let's see. Don't show all the correct answers. See if we did it right. I think it's at the bottom, right? No, where's the answers? Missing punctuation. All right, let's try to do this one. All right, so I guess you could just check the answers and that's about it. All right, anyway, we did it right. We did it correctly. You know, we just didn't use punctuation and stuff. So that's why we got the, see? Missing punctuation, missing punctuation. That's all it is. All right. Good job, you guys. Good job, good job, good job. Okay, so I think it's pretty clear, right? About the passive voice and everything. So let's try, let's go and look at the last thing we're going to see passive voice with. And that's modals, like we said, right? All right, so let me share screen and let's see here. Google Jamboard. All right, so this is, I just pulled this up for you guys just so we can take a look and remember modal verbs, right? The mind is tricky, so we might have forgot maybe, right? This is like basic English. All right, so anyway, these are the modal verbs, everybody, as you can see. All right. Hold on, give me 1 second, please. Okay, so here they are, all right? So as you remember, the modal verbs, they just, they show modality. They're like a subcategory of the auxiliary verbs. And these are the most common ones, right? Can, may, must, shall, will, ought to, need, be to, have to, would, should, and used to. Okay, and each one obviously has their different use. You know, when you use can, when to show ability, doubt, you know, astonishment, permission. I mean, do you guys have to know all of this right now? No, right? You do have to be familiarized with the different modal verbs, and as you go using it in different exercises or in different conversation, just on your own, you will obviously know if you're talking about must, that's obligation, right? I must study or I will not pass the exam. That's obligation. I'm obligated to study, right? So that's pretty much must is obligation. May is permission. May I go to the bathroom? May I skip class today, please? You know, I have a lot of homework. So that's permission, right? Ability, can I play basketball? Can I, you think I can? That's a doubt, right? I'm doubting, right? Permission, think you can lend me some money, right? So, I mean, you just gotta just try to use them as much as you can. And we do, right? As much as I can, right? Use them as much as I can, right? And stuff like that. So modal verbs. So there you go. Must, obligation, right? Will, wish, desire. I will reach my goal by next year. So that's my desire, right? My wish, right? Ought to, moral duty. I ought to be on time. It's my moral duty to be on time to every class, right? I ought to be on time every class, right? Need, obviously, be to, obligation, have to, be to, obligation, right? I have to be in school early in the morning. It's my obligation, right? I have to, but I may not want to, but I have to, right? Tal vez quiero, pero tengo que hacerlo. I have to, pero no quiero. So that's unwillingness, you know, lo tengo que hacer, pero tal vez no quiero. Unwillingness. Forced, o sea, estoy obligado a hacer, forzado a hacer, forced circumstances, right? I have to go to work, but I don't feel like it because I'm willing. No estoy con el deseo de hacerlo, you know, but I have to. Would, I wish, you know, with the would, that's probably with a polite request, a wish. I would like to go to the concert. I would like to go to the movies. They would like to travel next year. You know, that's a wish, right? Should, necessity, right? Advice. You should take up English classes, right? You should do your homework every night and don't fall behind, right? I should be more strict with my English classes or something like that, right? Necessity, meaning I'm being too soft or maybe like a too lenient. So I need to do this. I should, right? And used to, sorry. Let's move this up here. Sorry, excuse my cat is going crazy. All right, and used to, repeated action in the past. I used to play basketball real good, not no more. I used to read a lot of books, not no more or whatnot, right? Repeated action in the past. All right, so anyway, just so you guys remember, you know, don't have to know it right now, but can, may, must, shall, will, ought to, need, be to, have to, would, right? Should and used to. All of those are modal verbs. They speak of modality in English, and obviously each one has their own thing with can and may and must and everything like that, okay? So just keep that, excuse me, sorry, excuse me. Just keep that in mind, okay? So now we're gonna go and see, we're gonna go and see the passive voice with modals. Hey, give me a second. I'm going to go get me some water. I don't know what happens. All right. So you guys give me a second, please. I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. So let's so this is forming. Oh no, this is the going to future thing, right? So let's get back over here to modals. I think this is it. Okay, so here we are. Can you guys see the screen? Yes.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, very good.
Yes, teacher.
Thank you very much. All right, so this is so now we know what the modal, sorry, the modals in English are. Sorry, I'm trying to move this up here. Okay, so now let's take a look at it and do some exercise or whatnot. See, this is this is what we gotta how we use the affirmative form and the question form, right? Object plus whichever modal verb you want to use, right? May, must, can, could, ought to, should, plus be, plus the verb in the past participle form, right? And in the question form, the same thing. The modal verbs come first. Must, may, can, should vienen primero al principio, right? Plus object plus be and plus the past participle form of the verb. All right, so let's take a look at it. So when do we use passive voice with modals? When something must, can, should be done by someone at some time, right? Algo que tiene que must, can, should hacerse por alguien en algún momento, saying, right? Yeah, I'm really bad at translating in Spanish, so you got to try and understand the English part, explanation part. If you don't, though, eso quería decirles. If you guys don't understand something I say, I'm not gonna talk like a robot either, right? Because that's not the correct way to listen to hear the English, but I will speak a bit slower and I think I speak clear enough, with the words, pronunciation wise. I try to make sure you guys are understanding me. But if you don't, you need to tell me, right? I need a feedback from you guys and say, Mr. Carlos, we don't understand nothing you're saying in English. Can you try and explain in Spanish? But this is a level where you guys should already try and speak English and understand it. We're already moving up in the course, in the whole general course. All right, so but if you don't understand, con confianza, with just be trust me, and just you can ask with all the trust. All right, no problems. Okay, so anyway, so we already know what the modals in English are, and this is how we form the passive with modals, and this is the way we do it with an affirmative form and the question form. So let's see some examples. All right, so we have 4 minutes left, then we'll come back, right? We'll come back and finish the lesson. So let's see, let's go with Alvaro. Can you read the first examples, active and passive?
Teacher,
First ones.
ok, lo escucho muy entrecortado. Smart modal verbs.
Okay, no, hold on.
Okay. With can?
Here, where I'm pointing at with the cursor, look, can you see? Just the example, not the exercise, the example says active. Our English teacher may give an exam today. That's what I want you to just read it. Just read the examples.
I can see your cursor.
Can you guys see am I sharing screen with you guys or not?
No, teacher.
All right, hold on, let's do it again then. It said I was showing screen, so let's share again. Okay, now you guys can see the screen, yes?
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, so we'll come back to you, Alvaro, so you can do an example. Don't worry about it. Thank you very much. I know it was just nos cruzamos ahí. Don't worry. Don't worry. Good job. Don't worry. Okay,
Okay.
let's see. Let's go with Ludwig. We'll come back to you, Alvaro. Don't worry. Ludwig, read the examples, please. The first ones.
Okay, teacher. Our English teacher may give an exam today. An exam may be given by our English teacher today.
Okay, go. So let's analyze the active. Our English teacher may give an exam today, right? Our English teacher is the subject, is doing the action, right? Using a modal verb, right? May give an exam today. And then in the passive form, the exam becomes the subject and it's going to receive the action by our English teacher, right? That's going to give the exam. So with the modal verb, we use it. We said, sorry, object, which is an exam, plus the modal verb, may, plus be, right? May be. And the verb in the past participle form, given, right? By our English teacher today. All right, so I want everybody to analyze oh my God, what happened? Sorry, you guys. So I want everybody to analyze that way, the sentences, okay? Anyway, we have less than a minute, so let's come back to the same link and in a minute. So let's take like a 1 minute break. All right, see you guys in a minute. Okay, so let's just come back in a minute then, okay? I mean,